Why, hello there, Sir Richard Cackington III here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today, we are going to be going over the 5 best sniper rifles to utilize in the upcoming Destiny 2 Beyond Light expansion. And so, let's get started. But just before we do, hey, there's a link in the description. If you click it, it applies a discount to any ASTRO product. Cop those hot ASTRO A40s, the best headphones out there, while supporting the channel. Definition of a win-win right there. Alright, now what do I mean when I say these are the best snipers for Beyond Light? Well, all of them are from Season of Dawn or beyond, so they have infusion caps high enough that you can use them in the absolute end game of the Beyond Light expansion. None of these are getting sunset after this season. That's very important, mainly for PvE. You can utilize any of the 5 snipers we're talking about today in the next raid, for example. That's going to be extremely important to have a high infusion cap. But PvP also matters too. You have activities like Trials of Osiris and Iron Banner where having a highlight does matter as well. So with all that in mind, let's get started with number 5. And I'll admit, this is definitely a pet choice of mine, and it's the Trophy Hunter Legendary Energy Sniper Rifle. Now don't worry, this is the only one on the list that you can't farm for currently in the game, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have a roll or two hiding in your vault. So the absolute PvE God Roll is going to be either Appended Mag or Extended Mag combined with Triple Tap and then finally Vorpal weapon. Now, I love this sniper because it belongs to the high impact, so highest damaging, slowest shooting archetype, and it's the only one of that archetype currently that can get Vorpal weapon, and Vorpal has increased damage against bosses. But what they don't tell you is that also includes majors, so champions are going to take 15% more damage from this sniper. So this is capable of doing the most damage per shot of any sniper to a champion because of Vorpal weapon, just at a base level. And that really does matter. Yes, there are other things on this list that have a better damage per second, but when we're talking about ammo efficiency, this takes the cake, and that's why I really do love it. And that is where this thing really belongs, in high-level PvE content. Now for PvP, you can get a decent roll if you replace Vorpal with Snapshot and then an Extended Mag perk with Accurized rounds, but it's nothing to write home about. In any event, let's move on to the number 4 option, and that is the Long Shadow Legendary Kinetic Sniper Rifle. Now, this is actually one of the weapons that is remade for this season. So you may have a God roll from a long time ago, but if you earn this weapon now, and you can earn it from simply turning in tokens, for example, at the Vanguard, and I think you can also get it from the Gunsmith, it will have an infusion cap as if it dropped just this season. And obviously that's great. It means it's going to be infusible all the way to the next summer season in 2021, right? Now, the utter PvE God roll for this thing is going to be an Extended Mag perk, mainly Appended or Extended Mag. And the reason you want those two is they actually provide a bigger bonus to the magazine. So when you combine that with the Backup Mag mod, you actually get an additional round. Whereas if you had Tactical Mag, you would lose a round. And that also applies to the Trophy Hunter we just talked about. Then you're definitely looking for, in the first perk slot, Rapid Hit. And then lastly, Triple Tap. Now, what this does is it gives you a kinetic sniper rifle, which is very important. Most of the best snipers are actually energy, so if you don't have a good kinetic primary, obviously you're looking to utilize your special in that kinetic slot, but it provides a kinetic sniper that just has crazy good DPS because firstly, Triple Tap gives you rounds back into the magazine for landing precision shots. So with 7 rounds total, if you have Extended Mag plus Backup Mag, that's going to be turned into 10 rounds with triple tap. And then that combines with rapid hit, which increases your reload speed and stability as you get precision hits. So that means against a boss, you get 10 rounds in a row, and then you reload blindingly fast thanks to rapid hit. And then you could potentially get another 10 rounds on that same boss. So a very capable PvE sniper. And for PvP, there's some decent rolls as well. In that first perk slot, instead of rapid hit, you can get snapshot sights, letting you aim down sights faster, extremely good. And then you combine that with moving target, which lets you strafe faster while aiming, so you can move side to side to avoid your enemy's shots while still hitting them. You can peek out of cover a little bit faster. It's a very valuable perk. But it is time to move on to the third best sniper, and that is the Distant Tumulus Legendary Energy Sniper. Now, this was introduced in Season of the Worthy, so it has a pretty high infusion cap, and it's acquirable as just a random world drop. So when you pick up a legendary engram, it can give you this, but you can also acquire this from spamming weapon parts into the gunsmith, I believe, but also picking up just legendary engrams from the cryptarch as well. So this thing is a rapid fire sniper, so fastest firing, lowest damage, but that fast fire rate means that these are actually the best for overall damage output within a short period of time. And this can get the absolutely nutty PvE roll of, firstly, an extended mag perk as always. However, because this is a rapid fire frame sniper, which automatically has 6 rounds in the magazine and the maximum is 7, you actually don't want appended or extended, you want tac mag, because you only need 1 extra round, and then you can get the other bonuses to tac mag and not the downsides of the other 2 extended mag perks. So keep that in mind with this archetype. Then you can get in that first perk slot Clown Cartridge. Reloading this weapon randomly overfills it from reserves. So let's say you have, a 7-round magazine normally from appended mag. When you reload with Clown Cartridge, you're going to get something like 10, 11 rounds just for reloading. It is absurdly powerful. No need to hit precision shots or anything with triple tap. You just get it right off the bat. Then in that second perk slot, you can get Firing Line. This weapon deals increased precision damage when near 2 or more allies. There's no other way around this. With a Clown Cartridge reload that gives you like 11 rounds plus Firing Line active, you are capable of doing the most DPS of any sniper in the game. So why isn't this higher? Well, it's simply because Clown Cartridge is a little bit unreliable. Sometimes it gives you 11 rounds, sometimes it gives you 9, right? And also, Firing Line is not actually the easiest thing to activate. If you're in solo play, it's not active at all. It's literally a wasted perk. And even if you're in something like a strike, your teammate is off doing his own thing, Firing Line won't be active. It has to have 2 teammates near you. Now again, if you're in a high level activity like a raid, that's where Firing Line is going to be active quite a bit if you're like all grouping together to do a damage phase. So when it's good, but again, it's not always good, and that's why it's number 3 on our list. Now for PvP, oh my goodness, it has some powerful rolls there as well. Getting something like accurized rounds to increase the range, and then combining that with either Dragonfly or Pulse Monitor in the first perk slot. Dragonfly is actually pretty good. Think of how many enemies group up when they're, looking down lanes. Kill one, wound the other, push him, finish off a team in trials. Not that bad, honestly. But mainly in that second perk slot, you can get either Quick Draw or Snapshot Sights or Opening Shot. Any of those 3 would be very good as well. However, it is time to move on to the number 2 option, and that is the Supremacy Legendary Kinetic Sniper. Now, this comes from the Last Wish raid, so although you can get it right now, it's not the easiest for a lot of people to get. There is actually a way to go in and get Last Wish raid loot from a chest without doing the raid at all. And if you want to know how to do that, check the video linked up above. But this weapon is in the number 2 slot simply because for PvE, which again we're weighting a little bit higher than PvP when it comes to infusion proof weapons, this is simply the most solid choice for the kinetic slot. So this is again a rapid fire frame, which you're going to see a lot here. And it's capable of getting the God roll of, firstly, again, you want an extended mag. And then in the first perk slot, you don't really have some great options. You could go with snapshot sights. That's certainly the choice in PvP. Theoretically, the best choice is Ambitious Assassin. Overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading, and the plan would be to get like a triple kill with the sniper on red bar ads, reload it, and have like a 10-11 round magazine just sitting there, and then just get your ammo back. And then when you do engage a boss fight, you lead off with that magazine that's made bigger because of Ambitious Assassin. But it doesn't always work out like that. It's a little bit tricky to get that scenario to happen. Mainly, you're really just looking for, in that second perk slot, triple tap. Like, that is just the absolute key, and it makes this weapon's DPS very, very good. Remember, also, kinetics do a little bit more damage because they're not capable of shooting through shields. So that matters as well. But again, the fact that this weapon is best in slot when it comes to kinetic sniper DPS is very important and very desirable. Now, as for a PvP role, instead of extended mag perk, you want ricochet rounds, combining that with snapshot, and then either rampage or kill clip is actually going to let you double body shot when they're active, where this archetype can't anymore. So that's actually pretty valuable. However, it is time to move on from there to the number 1 best sniper rifle to utilize in the upcoming expansion, and that is the Ikelos Legendary Energy Sniper. Yeah, and this is good news because this is by far the easiest one to farm for. There is absolutely no excuse to finish this season without an utter God roll, because all you need to do is turn your Umbral engrams into Assassin's focused Umbral engrams, and you can get this weapon. It's only 2 weapons in that loot pool, so the chances to get, again, the God roll are very, very high. Now, what are you actually looking for? Well, for PvE, again, this is another rapid fire frame, but this can get a pretty unique combo. And that is 4th times the charm, which gives you 2 rounds back into the magazine after landing 4 rapid precision hits combined with high impact reserves, which makes the bottom part of the magazine deal more and more damage, capping out at 26% for the last 2 bullets in the magazine. And these 2 perks combine extremely well with one another because it means you can get those damage increased final rounds, and then 4th times the charm will trigger and give you those 2 final rounds back, and you can shoot them again for some insane damage output. And that actually means, for the first time ever, you don't need an extended mag perk, because with exactly 6 rounds in a magazine, you'll shoot the final 2 rounds for the most damage, and then 4th times will trigger and give those 2 exact rounds back. However, for total damage output, you still actually do want an extended mag perk, and it means you can miss one and not totally screw yourself over. So either or would be good, an extended mag perk or a perk like Alloy Magazine, which gives you a reload increase. But it's really incredible just how powerful and consistent this weapon is. It's always going to be putting forth cracked damage, because other damage increasing perks like, firing line, you have to have allies, and even then it's only for precision shots. Stuff like Vorpal weapon, only on majors and above. High impact reserves always works. Like at the end of the magazine, it's always there, and that is really, really awesome. So for solo play, fantastic. And even if you're with allies, it's not like it's being beat out by the Tumulus by that much. Now, as for PvP, it's also God tier. First off, you're looking for accurized rounds to increase the range, or seraph rounds, a unique perk to only a few weapons where it also increases the range and your bullets can over-penetrate targets and bounce off surfaces. It's kind of like 2 perks in one. And then you're combining that with no distractions, which is going to reduce your flinch. And then you can either have Quick Draw for a traditional role, fantastic PvP sniper all around, or you can still go with high impact reserves. And what that does is, because in PvP, because you only spawn with 2 rounds in your magazine, that's the bottom 2 rounds. Those are automatically going to trigger high impact reserves, which means you get a damage increase right away. So you can double body shot kill people, and with this archetype, that's not available anymore. So that's very powerful as well. So incredibly powerful in both PvE and PvP, as well as incredibly easy to farm and get those actual god rolls. There's no doubt this is the #1 choice. Guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, found this informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.